From translation, ISV International Standard Version. This 12th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Genesis 35 to 37. Genesis chapter 35, verses 1 to 29. Then God said to Jacob, "Get up, go to Bethel and settle there. Build an altar there to the God who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods that are among you. Purify yourselves and change your clothes. Then let's get up and go to Bethel, so that I may build an altar there to God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and who has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods that were in their possession, along with their earrings that were in their ears, and Jacob buried them under the oak near Shechem. As they set out, a terror from God fell on the cities all around them, so that no one pursued them. Jacob and all the people who were with him came to Luz, that is, Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There Jacob built an altar, and he called the place El Bethel, because God had appeared to him there when he was fleeing from his brother. Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried under the oak below Bethel, so he named it Allen Backuth. After Jacob returned from Paddan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob, your name will be Israel." So he named him Israel. And God said to him, "I am God Almighty, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations will come from you, and kings will come from your body. The land I gave to Abraham and Isaac I will also give to you, and I will give this land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him at the place where he had spoken with him. Jacob set up a pillar at the place where God had spoken with him, a pillar of stone. He poured out a drink offering on it and poured oil on it. Jacob named the place where God had spoken with him Bethel. Then they set out from Bethel. When they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel went into labor and had great difficulty in her childbirth. As she was having great difficulty in her childbirth, the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid because you have another son." With her last breath, for she was dying, she named him Benoni, but his father named him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is, Bethlehem. Jacob set up a pillar on her grave. It is the pillar of Rachel's grave to this day. Israel journeyed and pitched his tent beyond the Tower of Eder. While Israel was living in that region, Reuben went and lay with his father's concubine Bilhah, and Israel heard about it. The sons of Jacob were 12, the sons of Leah. Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's servant, Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Paddan Aram. Jacob came to his father Isaac at Mamre, at Kiriath Arba, that is, Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed as foreigners. The length of Isaac's life was 180 years. Isaac breathed his last and died, and he joined his ancestors, old and full of days. His sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Genesis chapter 36, verses 1 to 43. This is the account of Esau, that is, Edom. Esau took his wives from the daughters of Canaan, Adah daughter of Elon the Hittite, Oholibamah daughter of Anna, the daughter of Zibon the Hivite, and Basemath, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebaioth. Adah bore Eliphaz to Esau, and Basemath bore Reuel, and Oholibamah bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These were the sons of Esau, who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Esau took his wives, his sons, his daughters, and all the people of his household, as well as his livestock, all his animals, and all the property he had acquired in the land of Canaan, and he went to a land away from his brother Jacob. For their possessions were too great for them to live together. The land where they were staying could not support them because of their livestock. So Esau made his home in the hill country of Seir, Edom. This is the account of Esau, the ancestor of the Edomites in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz son of Adah, wife of Esau, and Reuel son of Basemath, wife of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz. Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah was a concubine of Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bore Amalek to Eliphaz. These were the sons of Adah, wife of Esau. The sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the sons of Basemath, wife of Esau. These were the sons of Oholibamah, daughter of Anna, Zibon's daughter, wife of Esau. She bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah to Esau. These were the chiefs among Esau's descendants. The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, chiefs Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These were the chiefs descended from Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah. The sons of Reuel, Esau's son. Chiefs Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the chiefs descended from Reuel in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Basemath, Esau's wife. The sons of Oholibamah, Esau's wife, chiefs Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These were the chiefs descended from Oholibamah, daughter of Anna, Esau's wife. These were the sons of Esau, that is, Edom, and these were their chiefs. These were the sons of Seir the Horite, the inhabitants of the land. Lotan, Shobal, Zibon, Anna, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These were the chiefs of the Horites, the descendants of Seir in the land of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Hori and Hemam, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. The sons of Shobal were Alvan, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. The sons of Zibon were Ire and Anna. This is Anna who discovered the hot springs in the wilderness while he was pasturing the donkeys of his father Zibon. The sons of Anna were Dishon and Oholibamah, daughter of Anna. The sons of Dishon were Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Cheran. The sons of Ezer were Bilhan, Zarvan, and Akan. The sons of Dishan were Uz and Aaron. These were the chiefs descended from the Horites. Chiefs Lotan, Shobal, Zibon, Anna, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These were the chiefs descended from the Horites, according to their chiefs in the land of Seir. These were the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the Israelites. Bela son of Beer, and the name of his city was Dinhabah. Bela died, and Jobab son of Zerah from Bozrah succeeded him as king. Jobab died, and Husham from the land of the Temanites succeeded him as king. Husham died, and Hadad son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the field of Moab, succeeded him as king. The name of his city was Avith. Hadad died, and Samlah from Masrekah succeeded him as king. Samlah died, and Shaul from Rehoboth on the river succeeded him as king. Shaul died, and Baalhanan son of Achbor succeeded him as king. Baalhanan son of Achbor died, and Hadar succeeded him as king. The name of his city was Pau, and his wife's name was Mehetabel daughter of Matrid, daughter of Mezahab. These are the names of Esau's chiefs, according to their families, places, and names. Chiefs Timnah, Alva, Jetheth, Oholibamah, Elah, Pinon, Kenaz, Teman, Mibzar, Magdiel, and Aram. These were the chiefs of Edom, according to their settlements in the land they occupied. Esau was the father of the Edomites. Genesis chapter 37, verses 1 to 35. Jacob lived in the land where his father had stayed, in the land of Canaan. This is the account of Jacob. Joseph, when 17 years of age, was shepherding the flock with his brothers. He was a helper to the sons of Bilhah and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought back a bad report about them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his other children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a long robe with sleeves. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his other children, they hated him and could not speak to him peacefully. Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. He said to them, "Listen to this dream I had. We were binding sheaves of grain in the field, and suddenly my sheaf stood up and remained standing, while your sheaves gathered around and bowed down to my sheaf." His brothers said to him, "Are you really going to reign over us, or are you really going to rule over us?" So they hated him even more because of his dream and what he had said. Joseph had another dream and told it to his brothers. "Listen, I had another dream, and the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." When he told it to his father and brothers, his father rebuked him and said, "What is this dream you had? Will I, your mother, and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you?" His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. His brothers went to pasture their father's flock at Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "Your brothers are pasturing the flock at Shechem. I say, go and see if it's well with your brothers and with the flock, and bring me a report back." So he sent him from the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. A man found him there, and he was wandering around in the fields. The man asked him, "What are you looking for?" "I'm looking for my brothers," Joseph replied. "Tell me where they are pasturing the flock." The man said, "They have moved on from here. I heard them say, 'Let's go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went and found them, and they found him in Dothan. When his brothers saw him from a distance, before he came close to them, they conspired against him to kill him. They said to one another, "Here comes that dreamer. Come now, let's kill him and throw him into one of the cisterns. Then we can say, 'A wild animal has devoured him.' We'll see what his dreams come to." But when Reuben heard this, he tried to save him from their hands, saying, "Let's not take his life." Reuben said to them, "Don't shed any blood. Throw him into this cistern that's in the wilderness, but don't lay a hand on him." He intended to save him and bring him back to his father. So when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, the long robe with sleeves that he had on, and they took him and threw him into the cistern. Now the cistern was empty, there was no water in it. Then they sat down to eat. As they looked up, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead with their camels, carrying gum, balm, and myrrh, and they were on their way to take them down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, "What will we gain if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites, and not lay our hands on him, for he is our brother, our own flesh and blood." His brothers listened to him. So when the Midianite merchants came by, his brothers pulled Joseph up and pulled him out of the cistern, and sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. and they took Joseph to Egypt. When Reuben returned to the cistern and saw that Joseph was not in it, he tore his clothes. He returned to his brothers and said, "The boy is not there, and where can I go?" So they took Joseph's robe, slaughtered a goat, and dipped the robe in the blood. They sent the long robe with sleeves and had it brought to their father and said, "We found this. Examine it to see whether it is your son's robe or not." He recognized it and said, "It is my son's robe. A wild animal has devoured him. Joseph has surely been torn to pieces." Then Jacob tore his clothes, put sackcloth on his waist, and mourned for his son many days. All his sons and daughters came to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted and said, "No, I will go down to Sheol mourning for my son." So his father wept for him. Meanwhile, the Midianites sold Joseph in Egypt to Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard.